Welcome to Simple Stories, Smart Kids, where fairy tales get a funny twist and little listeners turn into big thinkers. Today's story features a fisherman, a very polite talking fish, and a wife who just can't seem to stop wishing. It's a tale about magic, castles, and one very, very grumpy woman who wants everything and then some. So grab your fishing nets and your imagination. We're diving into the silly, splashy story of the fisherman and his wife. Once upon a time, in a rickety old shack near the sea, lived a fisherman and his wife. Now, this wasn't just any seaside shack. It looked as if it had been built by sneezing seagulls and smelled like a forgotten basket of clam chowder. But the fisherman didn't mind. He loved the sea. He loved his wife, most of the time. And he especially loved a good nap in the sunshine. Every morning, the fisherman woke up, stretched his arms so wide he nearly toppled out of bed, and plodded to the seashore with his trusty fishing rod. His wife, however, was up even earlier, already scrubbing potatoes and muttering about how she deserved more than a life in a house held together by hope and seashells. One misty morning, as the fisherman dangled his line over the glittering blue waters, something truly slippery and special happened. He felt a tug so strong, he staggered and nearly toppled into the sea. Only dignity and a strong grip managed to keep him dry. When he pulled up his catch, he blinked. The fish was as bright as a rainbow, scales shimmering like a disco ball. And, would you believe it? It was looking right at him. "Good sir," said the fish, "kindly unhook me and toss me back. I'm not just any fish. I'm an enchanted prince with the breath of 1,000 mints." The fisherman stared, mouth wide open, his mustache quivering. He'd heard of talking parrots, chatty cats, and gossiping gulls, but a talking fish? That was a new one. The fish fluttered his fins as if adjusting his tie. "Spare me, and I'll grant you any wish you desire." "Any wish?" the fisherman repeated, scratching his beard. "Any at all. A heap of pancakes, a golden boat, a moon made of cheese, whatever floats your boat." The fisherman laughed. "I don't need anything except to see you safe back in the sea." With a gentle plop, he freed the fish and sent him swimming merrily away. When the fisherman returned home, empty-handed but smiling, his wife grilled him with suspicious eyes. "Well, did you catch anything useful? Or are we dining on sea air again?" He told her the whole incredible story, the sparkling fish, the magical prince, the promise of wishes. But instead of being amazed, his wife's eyes gleamed with excitement. "Why didn't you ask him for a cottage? One that doesn't have more holes than cheese?" The fisherman shrugged sheepishly. "I was in a nice mood." She huffed, grabbed his coat, and wrapped it around his shoulders so tightly, it was a wonder he could march back to the shore. "Go ask your magical fish for a new house, with real walls, and windows, and a roof that doesn't leak every time a seagull sneezes." Back at the sea, the fisherman called out, feeling a bit silly. "Oh, enchanted fish, who swims so free, my wife wishes for a cottage by the sea." The water shimmered, the fish appeared, looking as dapper as ever. "Granted," he said, and vanished with a flick of his tail. When the fisherman trundled home, he was astounded. Their old shack had been replaced by a perfect little cottage, painted butter yellow, with shiny windows, and even a tidy garden. He expected his wife to dance with joy, but after a week of inspecting the cupboards and bouncing on the bed, she started to sigh, then to grumble. "A cottage is nice, I suppose," she sniffed. "But wouldn't a grand manor be more impressive? We could have a hall for dancing and a dining room for banquets. Go on, husband, go tell your fish friend." The fisherman groaned, but off he went, feeling soggier than the bottom of his boots. "Oh, enchanted fish, who swims so free, my wife now wishes for a manor by the sea. I need." Once more, the ocean sparkled, and the fish appeared, wearing what looked suspiciously like a monocle. "Granted, old chum," he winked. Astonishingly, the fisherman returned to find a mansion so grand, it made castles look like sandcastles. Marble columns soared as high as the seagulls. Chandeliers shone brighter than the full moon, and the carpets were so soft you nearly bounced as you walked. But the wife was not satisfied for long. As grand as the manor was, she soon found faults. "If we're living in a manor by the sea, why not a palace fit for a queen, with towers, fountains, And servants who comb the sand for gold coins don't just stand there. Go ask. The fisherman trudged back to the sea, his boots squeaking louder than his grumbling. Oh, magical fish! Who swims so free? My wife now wishes to be queen of the land and sea. Thunder boomed, the clouds darkened. The sea churned, and the fish appeared, looking decidedly frazzled. Oh boy, he muttered. Granted, but this is getting a little slippery. Sure enough, back home, the fisherman found his wife draped in emerald velvet, wearing a dazzling crown, barking orders at a dozen servants who scuttled around like frightened crabs. But now, the wife's wishes grew wilder. She wanted to rule the stars, the sun, the moon itself. I want to be empress of everything, she declared, her voice echoing louder than a whale's yawn. Go on, fisherman, go tell your little fish. Shush. By now, the fisherman was more tired than a sea captain after a week of storms. Still, he trudged back to the foaming waves. Oh, enchanted fish, who swims so free, my wife wants to rule not just the land and sea, but the stars above. She wants to be empress of everything. For a long moment, the sea was very quiet. Then a storm of epic splashes and spray whipped up. The fish at last appeared, eyes wide and weary. Listen, old friend, he said, smoothing his fins like a worn-out butler. That's a bit much. Even magic has its limits. Tell her she must learn to be happy with what she has, or she'll end up back where she began. Suddenly, the sky cleared. The wind calmed. The fisherman blinked, and instead of a palace with towers and trumpet-playing pelicans, before him stood the same old, creaky shack he'd always called home. His wife stood in the doorway, blinking in disbelief, holding nothing but a very sour expression and a teapot with a missing handle. They gazed at each other, and after a long, silent moment, both burst out laughing. It was a sound that drifted all the way down the beach, making the crabs scurry and the gulls join in, cackling overhead. We may have less, the fisherman said, but at least our house smells less like boiled socks and more like the sea. And at least we have each other, his wife admitted, although she never quite stopped casting hopeful glances at the waves, just in case that fancy fish tried his luck again. From that day forward, the fisherman and his wife enjoyed life as it was. A little salty, a lot simple, and as full of surprises as a basket of wriggling anchovies. Sometimes, when the wind was just right, the fisherman thought he could hear the chuckle of a certain enchanted fish, swimming merrily under the waves, free as a breeze, and laughing at the silly humans above. And the wife? Well, now and then, she'd shake her head at her humble home and mutter, "It could use a fresh coat of paint." But deep down, she'd remember that sometimes having more is not the same as having enough. So, if you're ever by the sea and you spot a shimmering fish laughing to himself, remember the tale of the fisherman and his ever-ambitious wife. But most of all, remember to be careful what you wish for, especially if your wishes get wetter and wilder than a whale wearing roller skates. And as for the enchanted fish, he's probably still out there somewhere, granting wishes to those who treat him kindly and shaking his tail at those who ask for just a little too much. So if you meet him, be sure to wish for something simple. Maybe a sunny day, a happy tune, or just a good friend to laugh with. Because, as every clever child knows, true happiness doesn't always come from sparkling crowns or soaring towers. Sometimes it comes from letting your wishes float free, like a paper boat on the open sea, and enjoying all the little joys that wash up on shore. If you listen closely, you might just hear the echoes of laughter, the flap of a magical fin, and the gentle wisdom of a fish who'd seen it all. And that, dear listeners, is the end of the fishiest, funniest, and finniest tale you'll hear today. So tuck it into your pocket, take a giggle with you, and remember, there's magic everywhere for those who know how and when and what to wish for. And that was The Fisherman and His Wife, a wave-crashing, wish-making tale that reminds us not to let greed turn us into grumps. If you had fun swimming through today's silly story, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Simple Stories, Smart Kids, and sail back next time for more tales that tickle your brain and make your heart smile. Because at Simple Stories, Smart Kids, even a tiny tale can teach a whale of a lesson.